Welcome to my Global Goals Week 2023 Kids for SDGs Annual Impact Meeting. My project is called Citadel Project, Education Overcome Poverty. I highly recommend to join Global Goals Week because you can get a better understanding of SDGs and gain insight toward global problems through a worldwide platform to share your own views. Firstly, let me introduce myself quickly. My name is Sora Hanzawa. I have been worked for various activities driven by a passion in economics and tackling poverty. For example, I have engaged in English debate contest and I got Best Novice Debate Speaker and Third Best Team in Intro Cup 2023, and also in English Speech Contest I achieved top 1% in Takamanonomiya Cup 2019, and lastly I got Distinguished Students Award in Asaka High School, top 1% grade for 3 years. Now let me explain about my project. And firstly, key problems. Global poverty persists as a complex issue that necessitates innovative solutions. This presentation aims to explore how English education, when tailored to the unique circumstances of slum communities in the Philippines, can be a stepping stone towards alleviating poverty on a larger global scale. The challenge is to develop effective educational approaches that empower marginalized individuals with English proficiency, thereby expanding their economic opportunities and fostering sustainable development. Let me analyze the status quo. According to the UNICEF homepage, it turns out that in the Philippines, 2.1 million children cannot go to school because of poverty involving in the low wage and dangerous labors. And also there are 200,000 street children being exploited. On a global perspective, 160 million children are engaged in child labor, being deprived of educational opportunities by poverty. The children who could not go to school because of poverty will have fewer employment opportunities. Thus, they have to work with low wage, falling into a vicious circle of poverty. Challenges. Firstly, diverse contexts. Poverty manifests differently across regions and cultures, requiring adaptable solutions that consider local nuances. And second, access to quality education. And third, linguistic barriers. And lastly, resource limitations, where insufficient resources and infrastructural challenges that can impede the implementation of comprehensive educational programs. Why English education is so important? And firstly, global communication. English serves as a universal language for international communication, facilitating cross-border collaboration and networking. And second, employment opportunities, as I mentioned. And thirdly, cultural exchange. And lastly, empowerment, such as learning English empowers individuals with the confidence to participate in global discussion and pursue diverse opportunities. In September, I will work with Gloria Seb, and I call it Citadel September Project. And there are mainly two things to do, and firstly, helping students learning in class, especially English. Since I learned to speak English as a second language, I believe there are a lot of things I can help them in English learning process. And secondly, English workshop, which can motivate children to study English, for example, after school. In the Philippines, there are a lot of students who drop out of elementary school because they cannot catch up with classes. It is said that about 30% of students drop out of elementary school. Some of these children have to work after school and they cannot concentrate on studies, leading to a bad grade or even dropping out. Here is our help framework where we highlight our key goals and values. H represents hopeful empowerment. Education empowers people to overcome difficulties and better their lives. E represents economic growth. education creates a path to better job opportunities and improved finances. L represents language access. English education opens door to worldwide communication and teamwork. And lastly, P means poverty relief. Education is a potent tool for ending the cycle of poverty. The focus and solution. And first, adaptive curriculum. For example, designing educational programs that incorporate English language skills relevant to global communication. And second, public-private partnerships. To give an example, government or local authorities can subsidize digital education such as computer, and companies can offer effective educational tools. And thirdly, teacher training for a more effective way of learning. And lastly, digital learning platforms. Overcoming geographical and research constraints. And here's Citadel's roadmaps. In 2023, Citadel will focus on problem analysis and solution design, such as research of root causes and challenges assessment. And next, in 2024, scaling and impact measurement, such as expanded programs to more regions and schools based on pilot success. In 2025, sustainability and future growth. Develop a sustainability plan for ongoing impact. The key impact. And firstly, localized change. By addressing the unique needs of slum communities, that project can inspire similar efforts in other regions grappling with poverty. And second, economic upliftment. English education equips individuals with skills for global engagement, potentially leading to higher income and improving living standards. And thirdly, knowledge transfer. Individuals who benefit from English education can act as catalysts for knowledge transfer within their communities like slum, fostering development. Model for global solutions. Insights from the Philippines case can inform and inspire poverty alleviation strategies in other countries facing similar challenges. I see Global Goals Week peers to join my project. For example, share with me some conferences or resources to help battle against the poverty. I would like to improve my project, make it more effective through talking with peers. And this is the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening.